Why is it so cold outside?
Yeah, it's brick as fuck. Toes cold as fuck when I got off work today.
Bro, I
You're
couldn't
shooting
even-
in a freeze
I couldn't-
storm right now.
I couldn't even wear slides. We got the heater in here.
Yeah, that bitch ain't doing no justice still though. It's still cold, bro.
It's
That's
15 degrees outside, y'all.
Because you niggas from the Midwest. Y'all ain't used to no real cold for real. That up north. Brick. Like the Bills, how they was shoveling snow off the...
That shit was crazy. They had
If
all
that was
of
to
them.
happen down here in the South, niggas wouldn't know how to react.
Man, like all of them snow they had and all the fans they had coming to volunteer up there and everything.
Who's volunteering for that? You know how much
People
you gotta
that
love a
love
team?
Yeah,
and
it's cool, it's cool.
bleed Bills Mafia.
That's
them
meat
niggas was
rotting.
jumping through tables on fire and shit.
It's meat rotting, if I've ever seen it.
But anyway, we ain't gonna get into all that sports shit and everything. It's just been a crazy start to the year. We
Yeah.
got Cat Williams doing the shit he did.
Cat Williams, he dropped.
With the
he dropped-
interview was-
he dropped 44 million one day,
Damn
most in
near.
podcast history.
I'm about to say, I think he said like over 50 million now.
Yeah, it's on pace to go over 50 million and everything. So.
Most views in podcast history, past Joe Rogan and all that. But I mean,
Bro came on the show, had some shit to
he was
say.
on that. Oh God! But
Yeah.
and nobody said he was lying yet.
Yeah, if you peep, they all getting real just defensive.
Everybody
about
like he's old, he's bitter, he's this, he's that.
it. No.
He's right.
Hey man,
That's
he
right.
was kind of right on
He
some of that
didn't-
shit. And
he
some of them
didn't sell
jokes,
out.
some of that stuff comedy wise has been recited. Like
Has been recited. They
more
put up
than
the
once.
receipts.
Like what he was saying, they pulled up receipts for it. So I don't think he crazy for it and everything. And sometimes you got to speak your mind. Like, but yeah, the way he went about it and did it, like, yeah, it definitely shocked the world, shook the world up and everything.
He definitely had a plan to go do that though.
Oh yeah.
He knew what was up. So you niggas want to talk. You niggas think
He told like they gonna cancel me for this one.
he been
But
canceled plenty of times.
That like real talk, man. Shout out the club, Shannon Sharp and everything. Like that's kind of how we feel. Like, you know, we all got our own unique ways and everything, and we all different. Not saying we want to be like Club Shannon Sharp and everything like that, or Club Shay Shay, but I feel like that's the kind of thing like you kind of want on your podcast where people feel comfortable enough to come on there and just be honest
Exposed.
and just say what's on their chest and mind or what they got to say. Not like that, because I feel like what that was like, it kind of was some message drama. I could see that Shannon Sharp was like, damn, like I don't want to be canceled either. But
Bro was blindsided.
But Bro done built his image up so much to where people feel comfortable enough to come on there and just speak their mind. Cause Steve Harvey done did it.
Nigga, ain't they drinking that yak the whole time?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's why we
Portier.
can't. Yeah, that's why we can't have
Portier.
shots on here. I
You feel me?
start name
Nigga,
dropping.
we
I had
gon-
2-3 shots.
Yeah, bro. Nigga, yeah.
Had a little cup right here.
Yeah,
Just
if you go watch the old ALLN1, them-
We was on the couch.
we was on the couch. Niggas was just
The progression is crazy. How we go from the couch with 1 subscriber, now we in the studio with 500. We just want to say thank
shout
y'all.
out to y'all, man. Thank y'all, all the new subscribers, everybody that's
It's
commenting,
crazy how fast it
reposting
came.
us on
Pause.
IG. Shout out to everybody, all the love. We do appreciate y'all. For sure. We growing with y'all.
definitely appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
But
Y'all gonna grow with us. Y'all just gonna see us grow.
Y'all gonna grow
Yeah.
with us, man. We gonna keep pushing out good content to
And we're
y'all.
not stingy. We're gonna have some giveaways. Don't let us get rich. Don't let us get rich. We all rich. Anybody ever watch? And trust me, I know the emails too. I know the emails. Don't say
pay
you
attention to
subscribed
who
back in the
really
day
tapped
and you
in,
didn't.
man.
You didn't. I know who the first niggas was.
yeah.
For sure.
Oh God.
Last thing though, y'all seen that alien shit at the Florida Mall? Was some alien spark? They seen them alien like figures and shit.
Oh yeah, well,
Hell yeah,
cop
we seen
cars and shit out
I
there
seen
and
I seen the
everything.
Nephilim.
They're not ready for
They're
that.
not.
bro.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
not. Them
yeah, I
not-
seen the Nephilim. We're gonna start using these because they trying to fear monger us and make us believe that these unidentified entities and
They
all
have
this
to.
stuff.
They have to show it to us now. So when the shit really come out, it's nothing new to
It's
you.
nothing new under the
Yeah,
sun.
it's nothing new under the sun.
No, but it was crazy. I did see a video of a portal. That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It was a portal in the mall. That's where the aliens came from. That's what the niggas in the mall, all the witnesses said. They said they was walking in the mall. They said it was a portal, and they said it was 8 feet tall niggas walking through the mall. They said they didn't say nothing. They wasn't scared of nobody. They was just like observing.
Y'all don't
Like
worry,
it.
we gonna drop the clip in there for y'all to see this too. Like everything we
Nigga,
talk
you better
about
be
is
able to find this video, nigga. 'Cause I ain't seen that video. Only
No,
thing
so
I
already got
seen,
it.
only thing I seen was the motherfucking video from the helicopter shooting down. That did look like some tall ass shit walking on the street too.
What?
That shit looked tall as fuck.
From a helicopter.
From
how,
a helicopter,
how large it
yeah.
looked.
But
But how
I'm
did
just
they
saying,
keep that shit under the wraps though?
How did no
It's
one
the
in the
government.
mall pull their phone out and get it on the video?
They
though?
did. They took everyone's phone. Niggas was what?
That's why so many
Go
cops
do your
there.
go do your homework on them deleting images and videos out of people's phones as they walking out the mall. Media control.
Definitely pushing a certain image out there. They don't want the
Bro, they've been showing us Independence Day, Alien, Alien vs Predator. They've been showing us this type of shit. So
just
that
in,
when
like,
it does
movies
come
and,
out,
like, yeah,
so when that shit didn't just come from a nigga head and he just
it's shit they didn't seen.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like when they found them unmarked aliens. What was it, Mexico? When they showed that shit in what?
Yeah, you talking
that's
about near Area 51?
Area 50 something? I know, but yeah, they unveiled them niggas. They was in coffins and everything. I was like, yo,
And the body's been there since the 60s.
been there. They look dead and rotten.
No, facts.
It's just technology that they got that we just not used to yet. You feel me? Who knows? That shit could have been an AI robot.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit! Get the AI robot. They tripping.
8 feet tall though.
8 feet tall. That's tall at nighttime too.
It's
like,
a war machine. Nah, I really do think it's a Nephilim or something. Though. Something that's smarter than us, know how to move. You feel me?
yeah. Well, man,
Some shit. That's all I know, dude.
it's some shit we ain't never seen before, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get it started, man.
Episode 25.
Episode 20,
26.
26, bro.
Episode
26.
26.
Advice from Negotiated Body.
We gotta get better with
Yeah,
that.
episode
We do.
26,
We saying the
man.
wrong episode.
Episode 26.
We
And
introducing.
We introducing, got myself, T-Roy. Got Tyrese over there,
I always
I know
think,
it.
I always think he gonna go CJ then me.
I know.
What
but,
up, y'all?
Yeah.
And then my boy CJ.
He always go you first.
CD111.
Then we got CDR, man. You know what's up, man.
And y'all-
then we're introducing a special guest
Yes,
today.
hold on. Before we get to the special guest, typically, y'all want to, before we do introduce the special guest, normally we got, we be in the studio part of the segment and everything, and we be in a different room. This is gonna be a more like crackdown episode, more serious episode, and everything focused on mental health and talking about like real life things that's be going on and how to deal with it. So yeah, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead, and introduce and bring on our guest, bro.
Now we're introducing Angel.
Okay.
Clap. We're gonna.
Miss Angel.
Oh God.
Come on, Angel.
With Miss Angel.
And we got a crowd back there.
Some
But,
more.
Oh God. Thought it was Megan Thee
What's going
Stallion.
on, Angel?
What's going on, y'all?
What up?
How you
Angel?
doing?
What up,
How you
what up,
doing?
what up?
How you
feeling?
doing?
How you feeling?
My babies. I'm doing well.
What's up, Angel? She always talking about babies. I'm grown.
We grown. Angel
My
talking about my
babies
babies.
forever.
Brand no, I'm grown.
How you been?
I've been good. Life has been crazy, but
Lift the mic up, bro. Her mic.
you know,
How to start been to your new year?
my new year has been. I'm starting this new year off refreshed.
Okay.
I'm starting over. Last year I sat down for about all year.
You sat down.
I sat down, getting my mental together.
Just took a
Why?
break.
I took a break.
Yeah.
I've been
made
taking
you-
a break.
What made you sit down?
I sat down due to the passing of my mother. Today is actually the 10th month anniversary.
God.
So
Sorry for your
I
loss.
thank you. I took a break. So this year I've decided that I wanted to get back up and get back to getting to know me, getting to know this new life of mine, this my new normal.
Right.
Got you.
So, I've just been trying to figure out, what's best for me, what feeds me, what keeps me going.
Yeah, I know.
Staying out the way.
Yeah, I already know that's the task itself, but you gotta take it one day at a time. I always like to tell the viewers that one day at a time, man.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. This shit don't get no easier, but
That's all you can do. You know, staying busy, you know,
Active mind.
active mind. I isolated myself for months. So I'm trying to get out of that isolation stage of not wanting to be bothered with human beings, period. Only those who, you know, pour into me. But I don't want to be in my room anymore.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
you want to get back out there. And
I want to
everything.
get back out there.
Yeah.
Been in my room for
Sometime.
8, 9, 10 months.
There's a lot of grieving and everything.
A lot of grieving.
Gotcha, yeah.
So grieving my mother, grieving relationships, grieving friendships, you know, just grieving. It's a long ass year.
Yeah.
Just grieving all year.
No, for real, for real.
So,
When you say isolation, my fault.
Go ahead.
When you say isolation, you know, we all religious stuff. They always say that like Satan tries to like always tries to find you when you're isolated. Did you find like it was hard for you to stay focused on who you was and like going through that grieving process while you knowing that you have like negative like aspects like on your ear as well, like don't get up, like lay down today, like, you know, just that negative stuff on your ear and trying to be positive and like come out of that.
yes, definitely when you are in that isolation stage, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to, you know, everybody's going to text your phone and you don't even know how to text back. The devil is definitely going to talk to you and try to get you to do things out of character. You know, you go through those stages where you don't want to exist. I didn't want to exist for a long time. But my relationship with the higher power, I couldn't let the devil win and allow me to take those steps to not exist. So really what saved me is just like working out, like just staying in the gym, staying active. But then my safe place, the gym, and then I go home and I just be isolated again.
Like it all comes back, rushing back.
All comes back.
Full momentum.
Every time you do something, you know, maybe you might go get you something to eat. You might go work out. You might go to the store. Anything that you're doing, as soon as you get back to your normal, it's back to feeling depressed and sad and angry and
Yeah, that feeling comes back and everything. I know, like, when you in the gym and everything, you can kind of be, like, isolated and everything and tune out all other things and, you know, not really be going with that. We like, yeah, when you do leave, you kind of are back in your, like, real life setting and everything. And as far as, like, you were saying, like, with grieving and getting back up, like, is it certain things that you do, like, to get through that? Like, is it stuff, like, I know I've seen, like, you travel and everything. Like, is that something you do to cope with your grieving and everything, like traveling and just getting away from the normal?
yes,
so to say.
Yes, traveling is so important. Like, I would go to the beach. I would go to see my sister. She lives 5 minutes from the beach. So I will always go there, or just I will wake up and I just need to go see a different scenery, just see something different. And that saved me, just driving and having road trips and just being able to get away from your isolation. So definitely travel, definitely, you know, try to stay off social media, because it gets to the point to where people think that because you're traveling that you're okay.
Yeah.
They think that because
You're on the beach.
The
because you're on
outside
the
perception,
beach.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
because
it
you're on
look-
the beach, or I'm having fun, or you're good now, or you eating something good, or you know you're okay, and so you're not okay. people don't really think about maybe I'm here to just try to, feel normal.
Yeah.
And so the outside looking in, people want you to look sad, unfortunately. They want you to put that sad energy out. I didn't want to put that out anymore. Because people say mean things, or they try to use your grieving moments as a way to, get into your life, or, use you, or so it was just best to just kind of just move silently.
I see what you mean. Like they take like you being sad and they see like a foothold, a place to get in. You feel me? I can like connive, scheme my way in there.
Yeah, try to use that as like, oh, I'm just checking on you, okay, but what you got going on? Like, I ain't got nothing going on.
You know what's going on.
You know what's going on. Nothing changed from
Excuse
yesterday
me.
to today. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
you know what's going on. So I just got tired of people kind of just, thinking that they could just use that as an excuse, to enter into my life. So, yeah.
Definitely. We all we all know each other and met where we used to work at and everything. And
3 years in.
3 years, we always was about 3 years in and everything.
No, me and Angel about 5.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying all of us collectively,
Angel was like
all of
20.
us,
I know, Angel
all
was
of us
legit.
collectively together.
19.
Yeah, I was like 18, 19 when I met
Yeah,
Angel.
collectively together and everything. But what I was gonna say is, like, since leaving the job and everything, like, what is some of the things you have been like working on? I know you said you've been working on yourself. You've been working on like distancing yourself from people, and also like working on getting out the house and being more like happy and not grieving and everything. Are you working on anything like personally, Angel, and everything like that you got like in the works for the near future and everything? Or
Goals,
projects, anything like that? Or
Oh, yes, definitely. I am working on, I'm in the real estate industry. So that'll keep you busy for sure.
Definitely.
I am working on a book.
Okay.
Yo, I've been telling her to write a book, but I don't know what she been waiting on. So
Yeah, so my title, I can't tell y'all yet, but
you can't tell them.
Tyrese came up with the title.
You gotta tell us what type of novel it's gonna be.
It's going to be basically how you get through grief while everybody is going on with their life. So that's the biggest thing. As you're grieving, people only gonna check on you for about a few weeks.
Yeah.
It don't stay consistent.
It's not consistent. You have your solid team,
Your solid people who
your
always
solid
there.
people who is always gonna check on you.
The ones always in your corner.
Always in your corner. But those who you thought was in your corner, when somebody can't give to you anymore and you aren't able to give to them, it's kind of like people kind of go on with their lives.
They see the relationship as void.
And you're sitting there like, how can the world keep going on when, like, my mother just passed? How can I? Why y'all still, like, living your life? But it's your life, It's your situation. It's not anybody else's situation. So nobody can understand, what you're going through or how to, it's just another day for them. But to you, you're dying inside.
Was it hard to balance that? I know that's a lot of emotion. Because it's like you kind of want to resent them, but you also kind of like a realist. Like,
at the same time, because it's just like...
Yeah, and it's tough because you have expectations from people, and then they don't meet those expectations. And so then now you're like, it's not really their fault. It honestly isn't. It's not their job. They don't have to, check up on you every second of the day because people do have their own lives, But at the same time, it's like, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
But what about me? And so you're kind of like in a selfish space, but naturally,
It's a natural self.
It's a natural selfish
You don't know
space.
no better. It ain't like you intentionally doing it. It's just like
No.
you going through something you ain't never experienced
You've
before.
never
I
experienced.
get what you're saying.
So it's like, you know, I just know of what we used to be or what we are, and then people just disappear. And so I would say those friends, family members out there, if you have somebody that's grieving, be present, you know, try to be present. Communicate, what can I do for you? How can I be of assistance to you? You know, what is it that you need? Check and see if people have ate. Check and see if people have slept.
The little things.
The little things.
The last
gotta
time
be
they've
the
been
big.
outside the house.
The last time they've been outside the
You
house.
let the sunlight hit your skin.
You know, like you can't function. Like so it's very important to just check on your people, because you'll post something and they'll think that, oh, you're good. I don't gotta check on you.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's not true. Check on your folks.
Check on your people. Call
Check
your
on
people.
Call your people.
You gotta change. My friend just lost his mom recently, and I know him since elementary, and it's like, I don't know if I told you, but it's like I see him going through kind of the same stages of grief that I seen you go through, and it's like it's very recent. You feel me? The funeral was just like last week, and you know it's just tough, because it's like you wanna reach that hand down and be like, I want you to like erase all the pain.
Yep.
You feel me? But it's like you can't. It's nothing that I could do to erase the pain. You just gotta kind of be there to
Yeah.
sit through it. If that's the
Yeah.
word, like you just gotta
You
be
just
there
gotta
with them to sit through the pain and just.
Yeah, you just gotta sit in it. You know, like as you're grieving, your friends and family members, they're hopeless, because it's like, what, my buddy, my friend, what can I do?
There's nothing you can
There's
do.
nothing that you can do.
There's nothing you can do or say in the moment. And like you said, it's a real day. Like, it ain't just let me check on you this week, this day, this week. It's a day-by-day process. Or if it don't got to be like every day, but it got to be you checking in with this person every other day, damn near.
Make sure that they're alive. You know, make sure that, like I said, make sure that they ate. You know, make sure that they're good. And it ain't got to be every day. You know, I think people assume that, oh, I can't check on you every day. I can't be there for you every day. Like, but you being present just when you can be, you know, is different from a phone call or a text and you being present. Because as you're grieving, you have to sit in that. You have to sit and you have to just
wait for
just wait. And you literally have to take it day by day. You cannot focus on next week. You cannot focus on the day after tomorrow. You have to deal with that day in particular.
Because some days you might feel this way.
Yeah.
Other days you might feel another
Some
way.
days I have good days. Some days I have really bad days. I have bad days in a row. And then I might have a really good week. And then the next day I might be down again. And then you got to think about it. Anything you do, anywhere you go, triggers you.
Triggers you. But you human, like we human.
You're human. And so it's like, you know, what do you do?
I mean, but it's that relationship. It's I wouldn't say easy to get triggered, but it's your mom. Y'all do everything. You feel
Yeah,
me? So
that was my baby.
you just eating. You gonna
I
think of
couldn't
your
even
mom,
cook for a while.
right?
Because my mother taught me
you
how
how
to
to
cook.
Like,
So simple, you know, small things like that. Like, just, I don't want to cook. I don't want to eat. Because what if that's something she liked to eat? Like, you know, the best thing that I could do was just kind of work out. And that was hard because she loved working out. But that saved me, you know? So I challenge people to kind of just get up and just try to just
push through
and keep going. Journal. I journal a lot. I think it's very important for people to journal because you can get your complete thoughts.
Express yourself, not keep it bottled up.
Not keep it bottled up. You can express it on paper, and you can say whatever you want to say, and you can write to whoever you want to write to. And then, okay, I done said what I had to say. I write to my mom. I write to God. Staying prayed up has saved me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to crash out, you know?
We all been there, definitely.
Yeah, so, like, what are some situations where y'all felt like, ooh, like, I cannot do it? Like, is there a time where y'all was just, like, at y'all lowest and y'all was just like, how did y'all keep going?
Really talking to, like you just said, talking, praying to God. May have to talk to somebody else and may have to talk me off that dang ledge or tell me it's gonna be okay and everything. And like you said, how you got your team and your solid people who you go to. I know, like, that's kind of like the same thing with me. Like, if I get to that moment in that mode, I know I kind of got to either reach out to somebody and vent about it. Because I know as humans, we just try to go about things and act like everything is not affecting us and it really don't bother us and we got it, we can handle it. But sometimes, like, shit be beating our ass and, like, life be beating our ass.
Yes.
You know, so it's just, yeah, like, been right there too. Want to kill myself, want to be suicidal, but it's just like we have so much to live for. I know that's not the Christ-like thing to do and everything. So it's just like, yeah, it's a mind opener. It's just like, yeah, I need to just kind of chill.
That's why it's crashing out. Cause it's like it make you know it's right and
crashed
you know
out.
it's wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
you still.
Yeah, and my relationship with God, that's the only reason why I didn't crash out.
because it's like that little voice right there that's
Yeah.
telling you to do it, but then right when you do it, the voice goes away. It's silence.
Yes.
Duh,
Yeah.
it's Satan.
It's just silence, and then you just sitting there with.
Jump. Sorry.
Like, come on, bro.
My fault. What helped me through it is I'm brutally literal and just I be reading the Bible and it's like that's the
Yeah.
only thing that get me through it because it's like God's time is perfect. So it's like you can't blame God because it's just like Job. What Job had to understand is that it's not God doesn't determine these things to happen. He's not like picking on you. He's not like, oh, this has got to happen. This has got to happen.
He
It's
sends
just
you through life.
it's just
to
God's
see
will.
how-
It's
what
just
your faith is gonna be.
Yes.
it's just God's will. It's like it's just it's you don't understand the multitude of things that go into this one feather being laid down. Yeah. Like that could have killed a fox all the way across the world. It could have killed some ants. Like you feel me? God is thinking about on a whole different level than we could ever even imagine. So it's like just knowing that it's like my next step is already like I know it's something that I can handle. If that makes sense. It's like he ain't do this for no reason.
Oh, no. He definitely has a plan. And, like, my mother passed on her birthday. So,
Sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that.
she passed on her birthday. She was born on a Friday. She left on a Friday. So, everything kind of just... My mother was a math teacher.
It's a numbers thing, kind of.
Yeah, so everything that's related to her passing is, like, number related. So, like, that's how I connect with her, through numbers. And, like, she passed at 1:42, you know, equals 7. But, like, her last meal at McDonald's that morning was 666. So it's like the devil tried to, like, make her passing, like, ugly. But it turned out to be so beautiful. So it's crazy. Life is crazy.
It is.
Life is crazy. The dominoes fall. You don't know how the dominoes gonna fall. That's why you just gotta stay prayed up, stay close to God.
Yeah, you have to.
We all dealt a hand in life. Ain't no telling what's it gonna be. You just gotta play with the cards you got.
Yeah, and, you know, really build those relationships with your family, you know, because
You don't never know.
at the end of the day, you can't depend on nobody, you know. I'm the closest that I've ever been with my siblings. I'm the oldest. So, you know, you can imagine I had to plan my mother's funeral.
That's right there.
The pressure,
Yeah,
responsibility.
The pressure, I had
Yeah.
to make decisions.
Because all the family now looking at you
Now
like,
looking
okay,
at me.
so
what you gonna do? What we
yeah,
doing?
What we doing?
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't never planned a funeral before. Like
Everything with her belongings,
everything is my
the house,
decision.
everything
I
was
had
up
to
you.
make everything, all these decisions
Then
on
you
me.
got family in this ear saying doing this, then the other side of the family say do this. So you
Yes.
just like,
It's tons of
y'all, I'm still
responsibility.
I
just
don't
grieving.
know. I can't
I don't
even think.
It's still unreal to you in
It's
that
still
moment.
unreal. It's still
it ain't
unreal
even
to me
hit you
now.
yet.
I don't think I've had a moment still where I was just able to sit down and kind of just like
Grasp what's happening.
grasp what happened because I've been handling business. Like when someone passes away, now it's the business out of it. It's not really like you know you're just mourning the whole time. Like it's a business. Like,
Funeral homes is a business, yeah.
It's a
Facts.
business. So it's like you have to do all this paperwork and all these things that's coming to you and all this mail that's coming to you, and it's just like, I don't know what this is. I can't understand this. Like, but you are the head honcho, so it's on you. So what you gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I heard something about in Georgia too, like, you know, when somebody passes away too, like the stuff kind of like rolls over. If you know anything, like whatever like your parents may have been going through or had going
It's
on,
on you.
It rolls over to you. So I know
That's
with
crazy.
you being the oldest, that's a lot on your plate
It's
and
a lot.
shoulders. Like not only do I have to accept the fact that she's passed, but now I gotta deal and handle all the affairs behind it, and
Yes.
that's a lot. Family coming at you, so what you gonna do? They like, man, shit, I don't know. I'll explode and snap. I wouldn't know what to do. Because it
Yes.
is a lot, and we do kind of gotta be prepped for those type of situations in case too. Like you say, be there more for the family and everything. And then I also do encourage people out here to get like life insurance as well.
Yes. Get life insurance.
This segment is proudly sponsored by the Insurance Policy People, connecting consumers with licensed insurance experts to simplify the search for quotes in life, health, and mortgage protection insurance. Forget the hassle of calling around for quotes. With just one call, the Insurance Policy People streamlines the process by shopping around with multiple carriers simultaneously. They tailor coverage for your unique needs, ensuring a policy within your budget. The Insurance Policy People, your trusted licensed professionals for personalized insurance solutions. For a custom quote, call 8333-MY-POLICY or 8333-369-7654 or visit them on the web at www.insurancepolicypeople.com.
Because, we don't want to talk about it. Our people, we don't want to talk about death. Every time my mom tried to talk about it, I'm like, Mom, you ain't never gonna die. What are you talking about? I don't want to talk about this. Until, you got to go through the situation. And it's like, whoa. What did my mother say? Like I was not even listening. Because my mother was 51.
You heard it, but you weren't listening. You said,
Yeah. It's like, I hear you, but Mom, like, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, and I always tell my mother, like, if you go, I'm going. Like, we both going to go together. And so then when you realize you have to sit in this world without your baby, that was my girl. So
I was told life insurance doesn't set up the person that died. It's for the people who's still behind. That have to deal with everything while you have passed on and everything.
The funeral, not just the funeral, but just all of your will and your belongings, just having stuff to pass on. That's something that black people we die and leave behind stuff.
Yes.
We don't die and when white people die, they low-key get excited. They get an estate, they get 3-4 cars, because they've been planning this life insurance scheme since they was young. You why not get a life insurance policy at 19, 20
It
when you're
sets
the
up
healthiest?
generational wealth, man. It does.
You're the healthiest you ever been in life. That's the lowest your insurance premium is going to be at 19, 20. Why wait till you get 40, 45, 50 to open a life insurance policy?
Or why wait till you start getting health issues or anything? Now you want to,
No.
When you're 19, 20, you got a 99 cent a month life insurance policy worth $1 million.
Yeah.
And now we in the age so many young people dying.
I mean, you just never know.
I want to put that out there too. I don't mean to interrupt anybody. I got life insurance, man. That's something that
Definitely need life insurance.
Y'all are young black people dying out here and everything. Like
could
not
die.
even just your mom, Angel, like God rest her soul and everything, but a lot of young people are dying out here in general. Like stuff happens unexpectedly and Yeah, like I got life insurance. My brother got life insurance.
yeah,
My sister got life insurance. So like everybody kind of around us in my intermediate family like has life insurance and everything.
You
And
can't take it for granted, bro.
you
This
really
life
can't
stuff
take
is,
life for granted.
stuff is scary, man.
If I die, I want somebody to get that
One
bag.
day and not the next. So, you know.
I kind of want to touch back on when you said be close with your family and everything, though. When you are going through this and everything, I understand like you kind of got to learn people and everything, people that was there, that wasn't. What do you say to the people that they want to check on you, but they just don't know what to say? Because you got all these people saying the same thing. Man, I'm here for you. I'm praying for you. But it's just like, after that, then what?
Yeah, so I feel like if you're in a space where you know someone that's grieving and you're like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do.
Like, I want to be there for
I
that
wanna
person,
be
but
there.
it's just like, I don't know if they want the space. I don't know. Like, you don't want to overdo it too. And then it's just
Yeah. So I feel like you should communicate that. I feel like the best way is to communicate that. Like, you know, hey, I want to be there for you. I want to check up on you. I want to text you, but I don't know how. So what does that look like for you? What does that look like for us? You know, what can I do to be present, but not, you know, overstep my boundaries, not stress you, not overwhelm you, but still be present. A phone call. I'm more likely to probably answer a phone call than a text because when you're grieving and you just lost someone, you have hundreds of text messages. Everybody's saying the same thing.
Thousands. You have tons of followers, Angel. You have thousands of text messages. She talking about hundreds.
You have many text messages. But a phone call, I would probably answer over a text. So pick up the phone and actually call people and ask them what they need versus just assuming that, you know, you're just in the way or you're just bothering them or, you know, maybe they don't want to be bothered because you need that family. You need that. You need that support from anybody who wants to give that to you. So don't be scared to call people during the times.
Definitely.
I like the call.
My next question though, Angel, what was like you said you want to help people that's going through the grieving process and everything. Is it more so both sides, like men and females, or like you want to help more so women, like with the mental, like the mental grieving process and like how you want to help them with the mental health and everything? Are you doing it more for women or is it for both men and women?
Men and women. Because my men, everybody thinks that they got to be so strong, you know?
Facts. You say that again.
Our men, they act like they can't cry. They can't be sad. They got to, just ignore it. Like, I know my brother, he's 19. And so that's a baby.
Yeah.
And I have to let him know, hey, cry, let it out. Our men try to just stay so busy that they don't think about it, and then they just snap. And you like, why you? Because you never got to release that pain inside. So I want to talk to everybody, anybody, man or woman, because you're all going through the same thing. Trauma.
Satan used trauma.
So, it's okay to not be the strongest one in the room,
Why do you think it's so hard for us to talk about mental health, and why is it so hard for us? Hell, damn men, because it's females out here. I ain't finna cry. I ain't no weak ass bitch.
Yeah.
People be saying stuff like that. Why do you think that is out here in today's day and age? Is it because people don't want to be seen weak or everything, portrayed a certain way? Like, how do you feel on it?
I definitely think that. I definitely feel like you don't want to look like the weakling. Like, you don't want to look like the person that's going through something.
I mean, in today's time, it's eat or get ate. Pause, but
You know?
this is what it is.
We all going through something too.
But everybody's going through something. If it's grief, if it's trauma, everybody's going through some type of trauma. But don't nobody want to talk about it. So definitely, you know, seeing a therapist. A lot of people are against seeing a therapist. Having a therapist is amazing. Being able to actually talk to someone that doesn't really have an outside opinion and don't really know really what you got going on, but you're just kind of like talking to them and like expressing yourself. But even if you feel like you know, because a lot of men, they don't want to go through the process of actually looking for a therapist, or like even women, like you try to look for a therapist and then like the first one don't work out, or you're like, forget it. Like, no, try to do your part as well. Definitely, I go back to journaling. That has saved me a lot, you know. So take care of your mental. Like, don't run away from mental health, because your mind can kill you.
Yeah, a lot of people be on edge out here nowadays because
I like what you just said.
Your mind can kill you, and it'll eat you up. And in those isolation stages where you are just in your head, you know, your mind can tell you anything, and you can believe that, but you have to have a stronger connection with the higher power so that you can
The foundation.
build that foundation, and have a different understanding so that you can know how to go about those days, but day by day.
Trauma really exposed if you got that strong foundation or not, because that's when the winds is, that's when the natural disaster is hitting the house. And you got to notice if you got that concrete foundation and like that real faith in God, or if it's like you're in a tiny home, you're in an RV.
Yeah, like I had a rough year, like one thing after another. Like I was in a accident that like 2 cars totaled, and when I realized that I was alive, and before the accident, I was looking out the window giving up. Like, Mom, I just cannot. Like, and then, so when I realized that I was alive, I saw my mother's numbers, 17, and she let me know, like, you good. Like, you're going to keep going.
Yeah, you don't have no choice.
You don't have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So just different things. Like, God is going to test your faith. It's going to be one thing after another, one thing after another. And he's like, okay, so what you going to do? You going to just give up? You going to just say, forget everything? No, because you still got to have somewhere to live. You still got to figure it out. You still have to, the world is, it ain't going nowhere.
Life don't stop.
Life don't stop. And I think that is the worst part about, just trauma, because life don't stop for you.
For nothing and nobody.
For nobody.
and I know that's hard to just.
It's not even just lifetime.
Time.
It's still going.
It's still going.
It's no pause on time.
This day gonna still end. But you still feeling how you feel.
It's like in the sense of what you was going through, like your world, in a sense, it's came to like a slight pause. It's like you feel like it's a stop in the sense of my world and what's going on. Like I'm stuck here in this moment and what's going on, and everybody else is just orbiting around you the whole time. Like
it's like they stopping by to check on you, and they're like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
You still just
you
like,
still in that
still
same
stuck.
place.
Yeah, I'm still stuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you kind of think about like where you were right before, you're like, oh, a year has gone by, 10 months has gone by, and everybody is where they at, and you still in the same spot, and it's like, whoa, I'm supposed to be doing this, or I said I was gonna be doing this. Like I still have my calendar up from March of how I thought my March was gonna go.
Cause it just
And my March didn't go like that. completely different.
9 months of just back-to-back shit.
Yeah. And so it's like, you know, how do I start off where I left, you know, in my old life?
Like, how do I get back?
How do I
to
get
that?
back to that place? But you can never get back to that place
Because
because
now you have all this other stuff that's blocking you from getting back to that.
yeah, I mean, but you're in this is a whole new life. You know, this is a whole new world. This is a whole new you. You're not that same person that you were before. I'm not the same person that I was 10 months ago. And, you know, some people can't handle that. And so you got to deal with that as well. Because people expect you to still be the same person who you were before your trauma. Not realizing, like, oh, you have a completely different mindset, a completely different outlook on just life, people, everything, you know?
Yeah, and also too, I read that like you only be needing to take care of like your mental health if you have like mental health issues and like episodes in a sense like that. But I don't really feel that way. I feel like you really got to take care of your mental health just in general and everything because like
Day to day.
on a day-to-day basis, like, and I don't feel that mental health just need to be anchored or anchored towards people that have like problems or personal issues, whether it be anxiety, bipolar, what I'm saying, or suffering from depression. I feel like mental health is for everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. Even like with us, we may not have nothing going on, but like how we take on with life and everything or go through anything, like that's what I feel like, in a sense.
Yeah, no, everybody should work on their mental. Everybody should create a routine for their mental. Create a routine for your mental. Get up, read your devotionals, write in your journal, go work out, make sure you're eating, and then kind of go about your day. Focus on your mental every day, because when it comes to those times where you gotta put that, that work into practice, you'll be
prepared.
more prepared than if you weren't working on your mental.
And that's kind of what I wanted to ask you, like, with your mom and everything. Like you said, she passed, like my brother said, God rest her soul, on her birthday. And it was just kind of like a whirlwind just happened. It just hit you out of nowhere. Whereas to some people, they get to plan for, they've been in the hospital for this amount of time, or they've been sick for a long time, so it's any day now. Where that happened, it just...
Yeah, we were planning a party.
I woke up thinking I'm about to do this, and then now I'm sitting in the emergency room.
Blindsided.
Like, is this even real? Am I dreaming right now?
Definitely like a dream.
Like, how? Like, I don't even know how to ask this question. It's just how did? Because I don't even know what I would do in that situation. How did you? Because you're the oldest, so everybody's coming at you and everything. Like, yeah. How did you do that? Like, or how was that? How did you get through that? Where was your mind at? What was you thinking? I know it just unbearable.
It was crazy because the night before I was in a helicopter in the sky. And I was just so at peace. And being in the sky on a helicopter that night, I was just like, I'm just too much at peace right now. Like, I don't know.
This life shit is crazy.
I'm just too happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not saying you can't be happy, but I don't know. I just felt like
Shit is too good.
I was like, I don't know. This is too good to be true. Like, I'm living my life. And then that next morning, and then I called my mom that night. Happy birthday, sing her happy birthday. And we planning for the party the next day. What bottles are we gonna get? What you want to drink tomorrow? What you trying to get? And then that morning, she called me, and she said she had fainted. And it was like, I fainted, and I called 911, like, all right, I'm coming to get my baby. I made a 15-minute drive into 9 minutes. And so as you're like in the hospital and you're trying to figure out like, why is it just taking them so long, to get her checked in. Like, what's going on? And then as you're in the hospital and the doctors, I mean, because it's a business also.
Definitely.
The hospital is a business.
For profit.
They didn't have much empathy at all. So when it comes down to, oh, your mother is X, Y, and Z, or your mother is this, or then it's, oh, y'all need to call everybody and let them know because it ain't looking like they ain't looking too bright. So you're like, what?
She was just fine last night.
She was just fine. Like,
And they just, sorry me to cut y'all, they just delivered it like just that raw and uncut. Like, yeah, call everybody. It's not looking too good.
yep, call everybody.
Damn.
Because it's not much time. You should probably call everybody to come up here. And it's like, she just took my brother to work. So it was just, I would say definitely the healthcare providers should just be a little bit more sensitive. Like, and then it's like, when it's time for them to tell you what's up, it's like, yeah, she's on life support, so you want us to put a plug or not?
And Angel, I'm sorry to cut you off. I know you're not lying because when my best friend was out here, he had to make a split decision. His family had to make a split decision. They was calling me that night. We had went out, like you said, everything seemed too good to be true. He had to fly from Atlanta back to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was flying back, they was making the decision to pull the plug. So when he got back to Dallas, they'd already pulled the plug on his dad.
Yeah, because somebody else need that room.
It's fucked up, man.
Somebody else need that room.
And that's what they gonna say too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, now you don't even get the opportunity to kind of like
Just sit there with her.
sit there with her. And then when they do pull the plug and you are able to sit with your family member, you only get so many hours. They're like, all right, well, you got about 4 hours to everybody. They got about 4 hours to get in town. But you got folks all over the world.
Not in where you at. Yeah.
Not in 2 hour span. For people 8 hours away. Like, well, but we gotta get this body out of here. So, what y'all gonna do? And so that experience was just so. You think it's gonna go a certain way, but it just doesn't. You think that you have all this time. No, because. And then they didn't make it no worse. The next day they calling you for her organs.
What the fuck?
So.
Hell no. Y'all done kicked us out of shit. Y'all not getting
Fuck.
Excuse me.
No.
Right. So, it's a business, and
You go from dealing with things at the hospital, you gotta go to the funeral home, deal with they ass. They ain't no better.
No, because the funeral home, well, you're going to pay for this, you're going to pay for that. And we need the money here and we need the money there. So the whole experience was kind of just ugly, like the business side of things. Because you want to be sad, like, but you can't be sad.
Because you learning all this shit
Because
quick.
you're learning all this stuff so quick.
Did you ever hit like a rock bottom or any point during this whole process with like?
A rock bottom. I believe, you cope how you cope in this process.
Mm-hmm.
So, however you're coping, it's hard to say not to abuse it because you just don't, you want to just be somewhere else every day. You don't want to be on the earth. You don't want to exist. So, I mean, yeah, I went through times.
I'm gonna say, I think that's rock bottom. Once you get to the point where you like, Just take me now. Like,
Just take me out. Like, whenever you, like.
Yeah, I was finna ask for some time you was suicidal, that kind of was it, but I was just more so, rock
Yeah.
bottom, like with dealing with the whole process with like the business side of burying your mom and everything. Cause I know, of course, you didn't want to be here dealing with anything, but yeah, like.
Yeah, like I would be driving and I just not even paying attention. Like,
you just zone out.
just zoned out. And you like
You just get from point A to point B, don't know how.
don't know how.
Don't know how.
How?
And you think you're not even paying attention, so you don't even know how. You just didn't hit this or didn't hit that, or it's so many times where I know my mother and God and my mother stopped my car from doing whatever it was gonna do, because I had no control. And then you're mad because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Like, God, why won't you just let me go be with my mom? Like, why won't you just let me just go? Like, I wanna go be with my mother. But he did not allow me. He did not let me. He's not letting me. So you have to accept it. And so what can you do?
It's not your time.
It's not your time. You can't pick the timing. God does. So don't be out there thinking that you can, because you're going to do something stupid and then you're going to be here and then now you got to deal with what you did.
Type shit. I know what you mean.
You know?
Like you didn't shot yourself in the head, paralyze yourself, but then die.
But then die. Because that was not your timing.
Yeah.
So that helped me a lot. But I'm in a better place. I'm eating again. I'm consistently working out.
I'm gonna say you look healthy.
Thank you. I like to do tattoo therapy now.
Mm-hmm. You sleeved up over there, so you got the whole tribute to mom.
Yeah,
and
so
everything.
Yeah, that shit
I
hard.
decided to do my mother ended up having right heart failure. Didn't know. Like, she had many symptoms, but the doctors and the healthcare providers are going to treat only certain things, versus like really trying to see like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't know that she had heart failure. So random.
My fault. Go ahead.
So I'm balancing her out with my left arm, and that makes me feel better. Makes me feel like I could just see her right on me. So that makes me feel good.
She always with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only thing I was gonna ask, like, kind of revert back to what I asked, if y'all would have known as the family, like, okay, she's having heart problems, we need to start preparing. Do you think the process would have been better? I'm not even better, because it still would have hurt the same. Yeah, been difficult and everything, but I don't know. Do you think you've just been more prepared for it? So say.
No. I don't think you can prepare for that. You can mentally, because even if you kind of have an idea of somebody's about to pass, you don't know when. And so it's just as random as if somebody randomly passes. And it's going to hurt just as much if you're actually, because it's hurting you to see them in that stage. Slowly just going away.
And then you gotta hope that they gonna make it.
And you gotta hope that they're gonna make it. And then boom, what if they don't?
Mm-hmm.
And then or the random boom.
It's no good way.
There's no good way, So
I done had uncles on hospice. The hospice, you get to notice. You feel me? So like 2 to 3 days ain't gonna pass. That's trash. I hate that. The abrupt. You feel me? You don't know it's coming. A whole uprooting of your life and your emotions. That's trash. The life support, had a friend on life support. He got shot in the head. So it's like when I went in there, when they're on life support, they're not the same person that you know.
In
You feel me? They already somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's like the life support, sitting there next to him, it's like they alive, but it's like it's still not the same. So it's like it's no real good way to lose somebody. It's only
No.
knowing that this life is not what we live for.
Yes.
Good for
And
the
my mother
next
was
one.
on life support. She ended up being on life
I
support.
didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if she would have stayed, it kind of would have been like, that's not my mom. Like, that's,
It's
you know, like,
it's
she didn't want to be here like that,
and it's so expensive.
you know? So, and she tried. My mother, her heart stopped 5 times.
She was fighting.
She was fighting. She didn't want to go. She was like, God, please, like, no, not yet. Like, 5 times. And then God was like, look, come on. Because if you stay, you're going to be like this. So, come on. You don't have a choice. Because, you know, she was crying as she was exiting on life support. You know, so, God is real.
Them the moments that really make or break you too.
Yeah,
It's just
because
eye-opening, too, to see that, like, with your family. Like, you in the sky the night before, and it's your mom's birthday the night before. You call her saying happy birthday. And
she was good.
Everything was all good. And like you said, she took your brother to work and everything.
Yeah.
That's the most craziest thing about the whole story. Like, taking your brother to work, like, I can feel that. Cause
I feel sorry for little bro because he was.
and we know little bro. Like, we know your little brother,
yeah,
too. So
he
it's
was
just like.
So I'm calling him 2 hours later, like, yo, they just said, Ma probably ain't gonna make it come to the hospital. He's like, what? I was just with
And
Mom.
I know, yeah.
I was just where she just dropped me off.
She just dropped me off.
Like, ain't no way.
It's like you would never have thought that would have been your last trip with your mother going to work, you know?
You never know when it
You
is.
never know.
What's your last time?
Yeah, my last time seeing her was I got off of work. It was a Wednesday. And I wasn't even going to stop by, but God told me, stop by, go see your mother. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go see her. And we talked for a minute, and she was so happy. But I didn't know that was going to be my last time being with her. She was so beautiful.
That's what make those moments special.
Yeah, so, you know, go see, that's what I'm saying, be present in those moments because you don't know when you're going to see somebody last. So pull up on them. Go see their face. Go be in their presence.
Enjoy their presence.
Enjoy their presence. Enjoy that moment. Sit in those moments with that person and enjoy it. Take pictures, take videos. Because that's all I have now is videos and pictures.
And memories.
And memories. Make memories with people because that's all you have.
I definitely feel like
I had a question. I think it was off the books. Something that I found, like, because I had one of my closest friends pass. Like, over time, it's like, you know, like, you kind of don't think about them as much in a day. Do you feel like you find yourself, like, blaming yourself when you don't think about your mom as much in a day? Like, you're like it's almost like it's a good thing that you're moving on, but you kind of blame yourself for moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I felt that way earlier. I was like, oh my God, I didn't talk to you, Mom, today. I didn't kiss you.
Right.
I love you. I hope you don't think that I'm like not thinking about you. Like,
Right.
I'm thinking about you all the time.
The whole time she wants you to keep going and
Yeah,
move forward and be strong and everything. She
Yes.
happy that you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, so in those moments, I do feel guilty. But, you know, she helps me to kind of like Tyrese was saying, like, to keep going. Like, she wants me to be happy. She don't want us to be sad. She don't want us to be crying all the time. Like, I done cried so much last year.
I don't got no more tears.
I got a lot of tears, but I'm just tired of being sad. Like, tired of just looking sad and just being sad. Which there's nothing wrong if that's you. You're gonna take as long as you need to, but it's so draining crying all the time. Like, you have migraines and you don't want to eat, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, why can't I just?
You just want to sleep all day.
I just want to sleep all day, like, you know.
Yeah, I
So
definitely
yeah,
understand.
I also read it's 7 stages of grief, and I just wanted to ask you, like, if you were familiar with like shock, denial, you got anger, bargaining, depression, and testing and acceptance. Did you feel like you went through some of those stages of the grieving process?
Are you still going?
Are you
through
still
them?
going through some of those stages of the grieving process?
Yeah, you go through every stage, and then you can be in all stages at once. But I've accepted my mother's passing. That doesn't mean that I'm not angry. You know, I'm angry all the time because I want my mother. I want to be able to do things with my mother. And then like you have the holidays and
That's the hardest one.
it's just different.
Everything's different.
Everything
now.
is just different. Especially if you had a relationship with that person who passed. Your life is just different.
You gotta relearn to live.
You have to relearn how to live. So, you go through every stage, but you have to acknowledge that stage that you're in, accept that stage that you're in, and then move forward. Yeah.
That's big. That's big. One thing we do as black people, we subconsciously like try to like self-diagnose people or second guess with the feelings and everything or like what they going through. I feel like, do you feel like we need to make sure we, validating and kind of making sure we being there for people, in a way? And do we need to make sure that we not just assuming that this is what they dealing with? Like you said earlier, like I would just appreciate a call. I would appreciate, even if you can't send a text, you appreciate a call. Like, do you want people to reach out? Like for the people that are grieving and that are trying to get through this and everything, and the people that's on the outside, do you want the people to be like reaching out and to figure out like, man, how do I go about being on them or, being around them or being able to validate their feelings and make sure that they are okay? I know you asked something similar like that to make sure that, they good and everything, but around like your overall feelings and like what you dealing with and everything.
Yeah, but I want you to do it because you want to.
Yeah, don't do it to make me feel good. That's fake kicking me.
That's
Don't
fake
do that.
because then that's when you see those that don't hang on, they drop off.
I'm the ones that's under your Instagram comments praying for you.
Praying for you, never hear from you. Or,
fuck out of here.
Those friends that you have before that, they're doing something because they feel like that's the right thing to do, but it's not consistent. So do that if that's what you want to do. If you know that we're solid, but I can't make you be there for me. Mm-hmm. I don't want to make you be there for me. I want you to be there for me because you want to. I have friends that have cooked me food, have sent me flowers, have just made sure I was, sane. Like, pulling up on me, let's go work out, let's go get something to eat. Like, those people I appreciate. And you have to have your solid people in your life, because the ones that you're forcing to be there for you because you feel like they're supposed to be there for you, that relationship not gonna last because I'm still stuck in this. I'm not gonna come out of grieving no time soon. And if you don't want to be there for me, then I don't want you to be there for me either. And that's just life. So, yeah.
Yeah, people come and go.
People come and go, and that's just what it is. And when you're in the elevation stage, people got to go.
Everyone in your life is sent. They is sent from God or sent by Satan. And when you go through trauma, it's a weeding out process. It's like you finding out who's sent by who. Because it's like you going through that mental state where you talking about crashing out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got that one friend that's telling you to crash out. All right, I know who you sent by. Then you got that one friend that's like, all right, bro.
That's that discernment that's kicking in.
Exactly.
Yep.
Do you feel like your discernment has been raised in all of this as well, though?
Oh, yeah. Like, my relationship with God is stronger than ever. It had to be because I had to go searching immediately. because I Lord, let me know something because I don't understand this. And you just really, God likes to do things dramatically. And, you know, you don't understand why. So just getting into your word will give you a peace of mind. And then you are realizing, like, what your purpose is as you're creating that relationship. So, you know, I just suggest that. But you got to want to seek it. You can't have people forcing that on you.
Diligently seek a relationship with God. Yeah.
Be intentional, you know.
The boy said the verse.
Yeah.
He said diligently.
Diligently.
Sheesh.
And I love, and
Be
I love,
intentional.
yeah, and I love that. But more so, when I was coming at with discernment, I'm talking about more so with people, not even on a spiritual level. Because now you done had all this, like you said, people come and go. I'm not really here for, I don't care for sometime as people now.
Yeah.
So are you able to decipher that more easier now and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Because of what you done been through, how you done got yourself out of this hole and everything. So I really don't even need you around. So if you're going to be here for a reason.
Yeah, definitely. Because I also go by your actions. So your actions are showing me, you know, what you're here for and what you're not, you know. So, you know, pay attention. And you're automatically going to get that energy. You're going to be able to point out, like, different vibes and, you know, what people are saying to you. Listen to what they're saying because they mean what they say. Don't ignore it because you don't want to be blindsided any longer. If that person is no longer, you know, feeding you or pouring into you, they got to go.
They gotta go.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. Salt and sugar don't mix.
It's okay. You know, be okay with letting people go.
I think people just be so comfortable with a person sometimes, or it just be hard to.
They be blind.
Yeah, because I mean, you are comfortable because this is, in my old life, this is what I was used to. But in your new life, as you're elevated, everybody can't go with you. And everybody don't understand that new mindset that you're on. And everybody not supposed to understand.
And also, some people in your life for a season or a reason.
Yes.
And some people, like, the seasons come and go. You know,
Seasons come and go.
they come and go. So, you know, the person that's meant to be in your life,
They'll
they'll
be
show
in your
themselves,
life.
they'll reveal themselves, and the ways and the reasons why will reveal its way and everything.
Are you a sheep or a wolf?
and they're not going to be able to hide it. Like,
Yeah.
if people's intentions are not good, it's going to show.
That's what discernment is. It's like,
You know?
you see through to me, boy.
Yeah, you were going to. They can't hide it, you know.
They say the soul is in the man's eyes.
And you better believe that.
Um,
So what are you guys doing for y'all's mentals daily?
I'll go first. My journey started a year and a half ago, I want to say, last year. Both of these two was the reason I went and got baptized last year. So I went and got baptized, rebaptized on the right doctrine and everything. I just really been focused on myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, because Tyrese was telling me, I was already working on my physical part, which was the gym. I was in the gym, but he was like, he really talked to me one night. He was like, what do you do to work on your spiritual? And that was big coming from my younger brother. So, you know, I'm already in the
Them
gym and
younger siblings be
everything.
lit.
Already in the gym, seeing him and these two, you know, listen to the word, read the word and everything. Like, we all drove to Houston and everything. Like, I feel like the first 8 hours of that drive was Steve and Darby Ministries. Like, just listen.
We're not listening to music.
If you're not
we're listening
tapped
to
into
sermons.
the Darby on
We was
YouTube,
really
you
listening
need
to-
to be tapped in.
really listen-
Angel, no.
Angel
I had
know
Angel
about
in the
the
parking
Darby.
lot. Sports time, Darby.
Really listening, you know what I'm saying, to some of those, you know, videos and scriptures and everything, and what was talked about and everything. That was big for my mental. And then outside of those things, those two things are big, Angel, for me. But my two biggest things is really like giving it up to God and controlling what I can control. That's really been my biggest downfall, was really big to me. I feel like as black people, as young black adults, we already like, I know you say your mom is your baby, our mom, we all love our mom, but I feel like we work so hard as young adults trying to find our way on our own. We just be stuck in that mindset and that way of doing things, and it's like you're doing stuff on your own, you're doing stuff, and you be like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta figure it out, and it's just like God be right there, like, man, you don't have to do this on your own. Like, this is too much. Like, just wipe your hands clean with it and give it up to me. So that's really what I've been doing for my mental, and just trying to talk to God and like not really take it there. People be calmer through things.
Yes, because you're not in control.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me, I be sitting, I don't know, I found a hunger for the word like early, like 2018, 2019, just like truth, because it's like, when you talk about mental health, to me, like my mental is only healthy because of God, if that makes sense. Like I'm only unwavering because I build my lifestyle based on his foundations. So that's why, like, when I go through stuff or something, I just fall back on the word. And as long as I'm living like this, then I'm going to live a good life. That doesn't mean my life's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean I'm not going to go through good. I'm not going to go through bad. But it's like, as long as I know I'm living a good life, when I die, when I pass, hopefully, you feel me? Not hopefully, but, you know, I'm going to heaven, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's controlling what you can control, and just also being versed enough on the book to not be told all the time. Like, that's what my mental health too. Like, because if I'm going through something and I ask you a question and you be like, oh, you should read this verse, but it's like the verse don't really got nothing to do with like what I'm going through, or you just sending me to some random part in the Bible. It's like, when I really know the word, I know where I need to go. Like, when I'm going through something or I'm going through loss, I need to go through Job. You feel me? Because he went through more loss than, he lost everything twice, you know? So it's like, I know where to go and where to find to just pick up and help with my mental and stuff like that.
That's good.
The last Mohican.
I'm about to say, why everybody look at me a son? Definitely getting into the word and everything. I got baptized when I was legit, but you know that really don't count. When you go get baptized for yourself, when you really know what it means and it really holds more weight and everything. So I got baptized when I got back in 2022. Just got back from Puerto Rico. CJ took me and my boy Chris to Church of Christ on the East Side.
Boulder Crest.
Yeah,
Boulder Crest.
Boulder Crest. Yeah, we got baptized, I think, on like a Wednesday afternoon. Like it was the most random
Right after
day.
Bible study,
Yeah,
I got
yeah. CJ called me. He was like, "What you doing?" I was like,
But it wasn't random.
"It wasn't random.
It wasn't random.
It wasn't random." Leading up to that point, it was just. I think Chris was at the crib. We was just chilling. CJ called. He like, "What y'all doing?" I was like, "Shit, nah, we just kicking shit." He was like, "Y'all finna get baptized
Right now.
right now." I was like, "Right now?" He was like, "I'm already on the way."
But let me tell you why this is important. Because it's like we were just talking about like losing people and loss and like being there, being present. So it's like, that's how I'm there present for my friends. I want you to be in your walk with salvation, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to see you, you feel me? But it's like, even if we leave here to the studio today and we all three go separate ways, I know he got his head on straight, his soul straight, his spirit straight. He got his head on his straight, his soul, his spirit straight. So it's like, it just make all of us just more, less worrisome.
Yeah, that
But yeah.
definitely played a part in. And then we went and ate at Milk and Honey with Mr. Weeks. So that was a good day.
Nah, but you ain't tell how you got baptized. You went in there, you got in the water. It's crazy at Boulder Crest.
Oh yeah, Boulder Crest is crazy. They take you behind the church. You go in this little room. You put on the suit and everything, and it's like you walk up these steps and like you feel it. Like you like, man, I'm really about to get baptized. You get in that water. He asks you, you really believe Christ, and you confess him as your Lord and Savior and everything. You just, and then you dip down in that water. But when you come back up, man, it's the best feeling in the world.
Can't do none of this,
yeah.
none of that splashing.
Yeah, it's
we submerging.
But I say that to say that was that's damn near 2 years ago now. After I got baptized, I said I wasn't going to do things. I found myself still kind of doing them again. Because it's just like, how I deal with my mental, it's like, I'm knowing that, yeah, I'm going to fail sometimes, but it's just like, as long as I get back up every time that I fall, that's the biggest thing for me, because, man, this shit is not easy, bro. Some days I wake up early, 7 a.m., go to the gym with him, I'll be at the gym with him, and then some days I'm sleeping until 12, 1. Wake up, I'm angry, or not even angry, I'm just annoyed. I don't want to be bothered or nothing. I'm to myself. And then some days I'm kicking it with everybody. I'm cool with it. So I'm just trying to balance all that. So learning that it's okay to fail, but you can get back up from it, that's what helps me the most.
Yeah.
Because I used to beat myself up about it so much. Like, damn, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you fucked up here, you fucked up there, or you didn't hurt this person. So how do you come back from it? But, I mean, you can only control what you can control.
Yeah, and it's not really failing. It's just a learning process.
And the flesh craves sin. You know this?
Yeah.
The flesh is it's a sinly device.
Yeah.
It's about trying to step down off of your sin every day, like just trying to do less and less and less. I'm not trying to add. I'm not adding no sins. I'm not trying no new drugs. I'm not trying no new,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my vices and I'm trying to knock them off.
Yeah. I know, Angel, I want to ask you two things, though, before we go move on to other stuff and everything. I know you say your mom is your baby and everything, but to other people and other people out there in y'all family in the world, how do you think your mom was perceived as out there and everything? I know to you, that's your baby. She was your angel, everything, your pride and joy. She taught you how to cook and everything. But to other people, like, what were some of the things they spoke on of your mom? Like, the people that, like, the funeral and everything, how did they view your mom and everything? I wanted to know.
And how do you want her to be remembered? Just to add on to his question.
So it's amazing because, like, at my mother's school, they put like a memorial bench out there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they recognized my mother, and then they changed the whole charter program after her.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
That's big.
so
Yeah.
my mother, she was a motivator. More than anything, like, she was always motivating you to just be better, like, to just whatever it is that you're trying to do it. So she had like a Lego line that was her brand, Lego Now, and it's like let go of anything that's hindering you from what you're trying to do. Keep going. Like, it doesn't matter what you got going on in your life, you have to keep going. And so that she preached that the most. Just working out. She motivated everybody to work out, stay active, and she wanted you to be family oriented. Like, love your family, love on your family, take care of your family, be present with your family. So she's remembered by just being a beautiful soul and always getting everybody to get up and get going. Yeah.
That's big. That's good, though. For real, for real. I know you said she taught math, so I know, like, I had some of them teachers growing up that really stuck with me and everything. And going back to visit them throughout the years of middle school and high school, I would come back and visit them. So that's definitely big. And you said, the key word you said that stuck with me was motivator. So
Yeah, she has a lot of students that, came to the funeral, and from my mother taught for 27 years, I think.
I'm 27 years old.
Yeah, she taught for a long time. So
Generations and generations.
yeah, so it was like so many people. She touched so many people, and she actually had relationships with her students. Good relationships. Like, she cared about her students. She wanted them to be good, and they would call her Miss Sweet Teacher because she was just so sweet. So they took care of her. She took care of them. She wanted her students to succeed and big on education. So, yeah, she was.
Yeah. I know that makes you proud to have that many people be able to speak kind of what you already know about your mom, but to have other people see it in her, I know that's just a blessing.
Yeah, and I even learned things, because you know your mom is your mom, but then when you do get to hear what everybody else has to say, it's like, oh, like,
So you gotta
How
step
the rest of the world perceive her. And
Yeah.
yeah, because I know my mama that don't play, but y'all know her as Miss Murray or Miss Kerr. So it was beautiful hearing all the beautiful things that people had to say at all of her celebrations. Yeah.
Being your mom's oldest and her twin, because y'all little twins, how do you take on, like, because people gonna look at you as like the closest thing to her.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, now I'm like you. I ain't gonna say you replaced her, but it's kind of like you moving to her spot into the family now and everything. So how has that been and everything?
It's been interesting because people are seeking that energy that they got from her. And I'm the closest thing to being my mother. So it's like,
I want you to feel those shoes.
yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Fill those shoes, not replace.
That's what I'm here for. Don't worry.
Thank
I
you,
got
bro.
you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. 'Cause
Yeah, that's what we here for. The codes here
I couldn't
for.
get it out, but it was right there. I just couldn't.
Put the word right there.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, I just try to be positive. I try to do what my mother did. I try to motivate. I try to encourage. I try to get people to keep going as well. But naturally, I feel like I've naturally just got a lot of her characteristics. Just I'll be talking and I'll be like, oh, that was my mother talking. Or I might, do something or say something and I know that that's my mother. It's just, she pours into us so much that you don't even realize it until you're like in that moment. So, sorry, I'm stuffy.
No,
This weather.
it is
10 degrees outside. So.
It is. It's cold up in here and everything.
It's
To
brick.
let you go. Last question I want to ask too. What's one powerful word or phrase that you want to leave like the audience and the viewers with before you got up out of here? Because you done dropped a lot of jewels and knowledge today, or is it something that you've already said that you just wanted them to hold on to?
Be intentional.
Be intentional.
Be intentional. Be intentional with everything that you're doing. Be intentional with building that relationship with the higher power, your higher power, whoever your higher power is. Be intentional with creating memories. Be intentional with working out. Be intentional with trying to, create those routines for your mental. Just be intentional with life, because you don't know how long you're going to be here. So be intentional.
Be intentional.
Be intentional.
I like that.
We're gonna tap in with you later on this year, Angel. We're gonna be like, have you
When's that?
relatives?
When's that book coming out? When's
Yeah,
the
when
release
is-
date? When
when's
can we
the book?
expect that?
I don't want to rush things.
Okay, but you'll keep us in the loop on
But
it
I'll
so we
keep
can.
you guys in the loop because
Hey man, slow
I'm
motion is
definitely
better
still
than no
writing.
motion. Slow motion better than no motion. We're gonna be at the book signing.
Yeah,
opening
we need
day.
all that.
Yeah, man, I'm there. I need the front page signed and pressed.
Yeah, I need the
Yeah.
hard copy.
I was just about, I need the hard
VIP.
copy.
Nigga, I was about to say, don't you get a
Yeah.
credit?
Yeah, he
VIP,
gets
all
the
don't just
credit.
be pointing at Tyree, pointing at everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody's VIP. Yes.
She pointing at
yes.
Tyree.
Hey, we got them too. We got them too. Don't let them in. We don't know them.
I'm a type scared. Hey, they good right there.
They gonna do us like at Dreams. They gonna be like, who with you?
Jared.
They not letting us in.
Nah. Y'all VIP. Tyrese just get a credit because he came up with the title of the book.
And we still don't know what. Yeah, we definitely got to keep that in works. I definitely want to hear the title and when the date is coming up, so we can let
She
the
gonna have
viewers
an
know.
Oprah talk
Because
show
you know
after
the
the
viewers. Once you come on here, the people gonna be asking like, yeah, when the book coming out? They're gonna be asking about you and everything. Like,
yeah,
so
for sure.
Before you on Jimmy Kimmel Night Show or something,
Jimmy
y'all
Kimmel.
heard
I
it
was here
on
first.
All One. Yeah,
And they gonna hit you up for the realty too. Am I saying that right? Realty?
Yeah, realty.
Okay, realty. Yeah, they gonna hit you up for the realty.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to be continued.
to be continued.
Angel, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Just talking about everything, coming on the ALLN1 this platform.
Thank
Talk
you.
about everything, sharing your life and your story with us and everything. We do appreciate you.
Love and peace.
And before you do right here, I do want to commend you. You are a very strong black woman. Just to
Very
hear
strong,
How
man.
everything you went through and everything. I'm very proud you didn't cry. We was worried you was gonna cry, and then you really held yourself together and everything.
You made me cry.
Yeah,
No, you made me terrible over
I
here,
might say,
Angel,
I
I
was
say.
over here feeling. I was just like, damn, boy. Yeah, man. I'm
And
proud.
it's
I'm
okay
proud
to
of
cry.
you.
Black
Niggas know
men,
I don't
it's
cry
okay
for
to
shit.
cry.
Yeah,
I cried out one eye. I said,
yeah.
my shit broke. I said, let me get my shit together.
It's a gnat in here.
Oh God, it's the temperature.
Yeah.
Drop my sinus in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but no, you one of the strongest people.
Definitely proud of you,
Only,
man.
God and my mother. I wouldn't have this strength if it wasn't for them. And I have, you can be strong. It takes time, but you can do it because others need you. So
One day at a time.
Building that brick house.
one day at a time.
Yeah, you definitely strong with somebody to look up to. You're an inspiration, Angel, for real, for real. So once
Thank
again,
you.
we thank you.
Thank you for having me. Anytime.
ALLN1, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. We gotta clap this shit up. This is a great motherfucking episode, man. We gotta clap this shit up. Yeah, man.
Production is
We in a whole new setup, man. Niggas, man, y'all don't even know, man.
I'm gonna start calling niggas out like Cat Williams. Joe Rogan, your podcast not better. Nah,
Hey, number one podcast.